Good evening viewers and welcome to the Timmy Interview, and on tonight's show we've got a special guest, Mr. Matthews.
Thank you viewers, you are so kind.
Yes, it's nice to have you on the show again. You've been on the show for the 5th time. I think that's a record.
Well, yeah, what about my colleague Katrina?
Oh right, that's right, but it's only been you and Katrina on the show. Now she was an Ice Cube viewers. Okay, so we've got lots of interesting questions on tonight's show, so let's really zip through these now. So you are really into telephone make-up alarm calls, yeah? Everyone's really buzzing on this, yeah?
Yes indeed, although I missed mine this morning.
Why was that?
Well, I stayed in the aptly named "We hope to get your telephone alarm wake-up call right, but sorry if we don't" hotel, situated in Telephone Street. Anyway, I was going to go to my office, garden shed in my allotment this morning, as I normally do at 5:30, to make a cup of tea and draw up an agenda for the day. Look to see how the untrans are going and that sort of thing.
The untrans, yeah.
But as it happened, did not get up till 9:30.
Why was that? What happened? So tell everybody what happened. This is brilliant.
I missed my telephone wake-up alarm call.
You don't need to say. Did you sleep through it?
I must have, although I'm not sure because I was asleep.
Now, Mr. Matthews, let's talk about potential problems with telephone make-up alarm calls, because this is really riveting stuff. This is really interesting. I tell you what, Mr. Matthews, what happens if you're on the phone when the telephone alarm make-up caller is ringing you to wake you up?
Well, I guess you may miss it, although a good way round that would be to get the hotel phone maintenance engineer to put another temporary line in one's hotel room overnight and get the person who's ringing you to ring both phones.
Don't you think it'd be better to get a really massive alarm clock, mega alarm clock?
Well, not really. Putting a temporary line in overnight nowadays in hotel is a piece of cake. There's a potential problem here though, in that if you get too much cake on the phone ringer thingy, it may get all caked up and then you would not hear the alarm call.
And of course there's also a potential problem, viewers, if you don't like cake.
That's true. Coffee cake's nice when you're on the phone, although what I really mean is when you're speaking over the phone. My experiences of being on a phone are not happy ones, as it's difficult to balance and I inevitably fall off.
Oh right. What if you're using a dial-up internet connection, yeah, and somebody phones you when you're on the internet? You may well miss the alarm call then.
That's true, although I guess that you can always keep looking at Big Ben's website to see what the time is.
Good. Well, what can I say? Obviously, you do a lot of publicising of your untrans, so you must stay in loads of hotels, Mr. Matthews, yeah?
No, I do not stay, because I come from them. How would I be here?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. That's a good point. Anyway, when you stay in a hotel overnight, has the hotel manager ever forgotten to wake you up with a telephone alarm call?
Well, this has happened sometimes, but I found a way around this.
What's that then, Mr. Matthews?
Well, I ring him up 5 minutes before my wake-up telephone call is due, and that way, generally speaking, I don't often miss my wake-up alarm call.
What happens, Mr. Matthews, if you forget to ring the hotel manager 5 minutes before he is due to ring you?
That's easy. I ask him to give me a telephone alarm wake-up call to remind me to ring him to remind him that he has to ring me up.
This guy's a genius. And tell me, Mr. Matthews, what about when the clocks go back?
Well, I always stay in bed when that happens, as I do when the clocks go forward. Consequently, I have to phone up the hotel manager and cancel my alarm wake-up call 5 minutes before he's due to ring me.
What happens if your phone develops a problem in the night?
Difficult one that, although my special advisors to my think tank advisory committee know someone who could help if that happened.
Is this person an engineer?
No, he's an ice cream seller in Iceland. No, hang on a minute, it's Finland.
Finland? Oh right, that's interesting. Now what would happen, Mr. Matthews, if the 4-minute warning was to occur and your telephone make-up alarm call was in 3 minutes' time? What would happen then?
I'd probably sleep through the 4-minute warning.
All right.
I wouldn't know what the fuss was about and I'd probably feel guilty.
Why?
For putting the manager out, because I would not be able to hide the phone and prevent it being damaged in the nuclear explosion. You see, he would have to spend a lot of money to get a new one.
What happens if the hotel manager phones the wrong number?
Well, I always contact the local radio station for the area, telling people that if anyone gets a phone wake-up call by mistake for the time specified, then they are to ring me to wake me up. I always pay the person back for the cost of the call.
Well, that's interesting. What happens if you trip when you get out of bed?
Well, I end up on the floor.
Oh, wow. Well, maybe there's a flash of lightning and a roar of thunder. What do you do then? Because you want to hear the phone.
Well,
yeah?
I get onto the weather centre and put in a complaint.
Oh, wow. This guy is brilliant. Now, Mr. Matthews, are you aware of any new developments in telephone wake-up alarm call technology?
Yeah, there's one particularly interesting study going on in Bognor where scientists are researching into how telephone alarm wake-up calls can be used to help people get to sleep.
Right, that's very, very interesting. Actually, viewers, I've got a surprise for Mr. Matthews here. We have only got...
What is it?
Well, I was hoping you'd tell me that actually. This is a telephone. Yeah, it's a lovely colour, a lovely streamlined, and it's really good.
Nice
isn't it?
design.
Yeah.
Nice weight. Very streamlined.
They do them in different colours. You can get orange coloured ones now and everything.
Oh right. Yeah, nice colour.
This is absolutely fantastic, viewers. Well, it's nice.
Brilliant.
Just to have had you on the show. Now, you're going to talk next time perhaps about your untrans or maybe something else because you've got a multitude of interest, yeah? And I'll tell you what, I can always phone you on this, can't I? Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? So, viewers, what can I say? This has been such a riveting interview, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Oh, I'm saying these lines now.
Yeah.
Good night then, viewers. See you again.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.